books, can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Yeah, all right. Pleasant good morning to you, coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for a Saturday, August 2nd. Got a great day ahead here on the Sports Money Network. It's fight night, and we're going to have coverage, live companion coverage tonight of UFC Fight Night with that main event, flyweights Styra versus Park. It'll be along today at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific for live companion coverage of the UFC card. I'll be with Mike and Jeff and a cast of others tonight here on the Sports Money Network. Should have a fun night. Lots of other sports action going as well at that time, including Major League Baseball. How about tonight? We've got the big baseball game at the Super Speedway. That should be kind of an attraction here tonight when the Cincinnati Reds and Chase Burns sounds like he should be starting on the pole, not pitching in the game at the Super Speedway tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. He'll be pitching for the Reds, going there against Spencer Strider. Could be a couple of NASCAR drivers there tonight in the baseball game in a NASCAR Super Speedway. So that should be pretty fun to watch as well. And I'll preview that game and tell you about what it's going to be like when they play that game tonight. We'll also have WNBA here tonight. We got one game on tap, kind of our co-feature, and there is a game in the CFL. And what else are you looking forward to tonight? There's also some more CONCACAF Nations Cup or Leagues Cup tonight, and we had a pretty good overnight card too. Hopefully, you were on board with me here. I was winning so much I didn't really go to bed for too long. I'm tired watching the action there last night on some of my overnight action. We had winners left and right. I think we swept the board in the overnight coverage there. Hey, those guys might have left us hanging in the NRL, but I can't lose right now with rugby. Last night swept the card again with St. George Illawarra and Sydney over Manly Sea Eagles. We also won our 2 AFL plays with the under in the Richmond Gold Coast game, and also with Brisbane against Collingwood. We swept that card. We also swept our baseball overnight as well from the Far East, from Asia, with a couple of wins in NPB and KBO. So, hey, hopefully you rocked it with me there for a 6-0 night, overnight there. And did sweep last night. We had 2 plays in PFL. I got a couple of plays together there anyway, and just took a couple of favorites. They won. I'm not bragging about that, but got a couple of winners there last night. We also swept the card there with our plays, our premium plays on Winnable with the WNBA. A couple of winners there. Let's go over the card. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you for joining me here today. We're going to have plenty of fun here as we get rolling here on a Saturday. Oh, look at that. Comments come rolling in here. Nice to see everybody. And Thomas Bird here. It says, oh my goodness. He says the Yankees. Oh boy. T Bird. Robert McCormick's here today. Andrew K here. And Zoe, thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. Abel here as well. He's ready for some UEFA Cup. Here there is some action today. Let me see. Do have a little bit more action on the pitch here today. with, I know League One, League Two underway, so that's pretty cool. And Robert said he was ready there talking about the Padres. And let's see here. Abel and his Dodgers, yeah, they shut out the Rays there. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. And Andrew's ready to go to the beach. Oh, my goodness, there today. He says, how about the Connecticut Sun yesterday? There he goes. Robert says he's ready for some soccer action today. I was watching the game here a little while ago on the old ESPN coverage here. Let's see if I can't bring that up with some of I'd like to watch a little game here. Game just about to end here. And we got some more action here coming top of the hour. Twisted says he got Tampa Bay, Cincinnati, Miami, and the A's today. How about the Liberty in their game against Connecticut in that game last night? There's Twisted and there's Jim Duiger. All right, thank you guys for being here today. We'll preview the action here and recap yesterday's action. But first, some steam coming in right now to get us started here this morning on the Morning Steam Show. How about that? We got a move going on here. It's going to be in the Giants game against the Mets today. And let's see what we've got actually here coming in. With that little bit of a move here in the game between San Francisco and the Mets here this afternoon. We are seeing a little bit of steam here to the over. Looks like it might be on the Giants team total over here. So we'll get to that. Abel says, what team will Micah Parsons go to? Yeah, you know what? I'm not buying into it. I've seen this before, especially from this team. So I think we do have. I think we have much to do about nothing. I think we have a player who is a pretty. I know a lot of people we like Micah Parsons for sure, but he is fond of the attention. I think that's what I would say about this. When it comes to the situation with Micah Parsons, I think we'll see Micah Parsons shoring things up with Dallas eventually. Call me crazy. All right, the Sparks look good. Let's go to some of the action here real quick. But first, you can get my best plays today here on the Sports Money Network, including my UFC card. Now, I've changed it up today for sure. You're not going to get the same kind of coverage. I've had 2 rough weeks in a row in the UFC. But you can go over to winnable.com/Ramon and pick up my UFC card. Now, I'm not releasing my usual full card releases here today. I'm just going with my top plays, a mix of favorites and underdogs in here. I'm not going full out with, hey, let's try to. You'll get the picks from me on the show tonight. With I'll be fine tuning them a little bit with round props and how the fighter wins. I'll be definitely breaking it down in that fashion here on the show tonight. But with my premium package tonight, I'm just going to release 7 plays, a few underdogs in there, a few favorites. And, there really wasn't any closely rated fights today, too. So I don't have any super high roller plays, I don't think. It's just going to be the UFC premiums here on the Sports Money Network. So please take a look at those plays. I got 7 plays tonight. You're not going to get any of those $4 or $5 favorites. We'll be talking about those on the card tonight.
Final.
So please check it out over at winnable.com. Pick up today's package. This is how I'm going to do it tonight. Just after this, I may go back to next week putting the full card out. But, man, after 2 pretty solid losers in the UFC, my really 2 worst days of the season here in the UFC of the year, I'm going back to just putting down a card of plays. I think I have 4 favorites and 3 underdogs, and I take my chances from there tonight. just a little, mix it up a little bit. Really want to win. So that's my plan for tonight with the UFC. I'll be there with the guys, of course, there. So go to winnable.com/Ramon and check it out. Check out the guys, too. Mikey and Jeff. They've got their plays up on Winnable. Check us all out over there. That's how we're getting the extra content, extra plays to you. Support me here on the show by subscribing over at winnable.com/Ramon. Okay. Hey, they're winding down the second round in the Wyndham Championships as well. Cam Young on top here, 15 under. You got a group of 3, looks like probably be at 12 under. Then they'll get the third round underway. The umbrellas are out at the Wyndham still, but they got to finish the second round first. They're just about done. The groups are just wrapping it up, and then they'll go into the third round of coverage here today. So that should be pretty good. All right, let me get that info up here real quick regarding the packages there. Again, that's how you're going to get them today. That's how I'm going to be delivering my best plays today in the UFC, and hope that it goes a little bit differently for me here, just by mixing it up in that fashion here today. Okay, save the 20% when you use the promo code STEAM today. All right, we got to go real quick here. I want to cover the recap there. Hello to Kevin there, and Jermaine, welcome. Nick Handy as well. Cash Gain, and Jermaine is here. He likes the Guardians on the run line. All right, a lot of winners last night. Got to be honest here. Major League Baseball. I think I'll be erased that little mini slump there. I think we had a pretty much mediocre days there, probably because of that Thursday that was so boring. But yeah, we crushed it there yesterday with Atlanta and Cincinnati. I had a super high roller pick over at Tony's Picks with the Atlanta-Cincinnati game to go under. We also had Cincinnati as a premium pick with the sports money premiums yesterday, so took care of that one. Also had the first 5 under as well here. That's what we had on the show, actually. First 5 under, so we swept that one 3-0. We had the Cubs yesterday as sports money premium here yesterday with Horton over Rogers. No one explained to me that Tyler and Taylor Rogers were both traded yesterday. I couldn't even figure out which teams these guys were on. I didn't know that 2 brothers got traded in the same day. That's only the second time, believe it or not, that's happened before. We did have the under here on the show yesterday with Baltimore and the Cubs. We got off to a rolling start, basically 5-0 in the first 2 games of the day. Hey, there's some steam coming in right now. I'll finish the recap here in just a moment, but there's some steam. Let me report on this here right now with the Miami Marlins taking some steam here in their game against the Yankees. You guys are making fun of the Yankees here. Well, right now the Marlins are taking the steam here. They could go off a favorite against the Yankees today here at home, the way this thing's moving. But right now we're still seeing maybe the I'm going to say I'll call it a pick 'em, but I'm seeing the Marlins here favored in a couple of spots for sure as the steam comes rolling in here this morning. All right, let me continue on though here with a little bit of recap there in those first games there we talked about. But man, I can't believe that those 2 guys were traded on the same day. I didn't even realize that was the case. And just also want to make another note. It was 1-0 in that Baltimore Cubs game. Yeah, we were on the under again in a 1-0 game. I know we were joking the other day because it's only the second time this season we had a 1-0 game and I went over. But man, I tell you what, I'm on the under every time there's a 1-0 game this season. Every time right now. And it was. That game only went, they told me, an hour and 49 minutes in that game yesterday with Baltimore and the Cubs. All right, we had a winner here on the show yesterday with Kansas City in their win over Toronto. We did have the Royals here on the show yesterday. Also, premium pick winner over on the sports money premiums with San Francisco and the Mets game to go under. Yeah, we had that one in that matchup with Ray and Peterson. That seemed like easy pickings, quite frankly. We also had a premium pick high roller winner with Cleveland over Minnesota yesterday as the Guardians walked it off. Manzardo had a single there in the Guardians. Hey, they're 9-5 since the All-Star break right now. And Jose Ramirez, man, he had a milestone there, didn't he? With his 275th home run and 275th stolen bases in his career. Wow. We also had the under here on the show yesterday in that game in the 3-2 win for the Guardians. We had Boston yesterday over Houston with Cooper Criswell. We took Boston yesterday here on the show. In the 2-1 win is my man, Roman Anthony. I'm Ramon Anthony. He's Roman Anthony. And he had the walk-off single for Boston. The game was tied as Boston tied it in the 7th inning. Boston's won 5 of 6. We had the under, by the way, as another premium winner. We smashed the premiums as well yesterday. We did have a loser in there. I'll tell you what it is maybe in a moment. But we had the under in that game over with the sports money premiums. Hey, we had Miami on the run line yesterday here on the show. And, well, you guys are joking about it, but it wasn't the craziest game of the day, or maybe it was. Marlins beat the Yankees 13-12. Miami trailed 9-4 in the 7th inning. They scored 9 runs in the last 3 innings. How about Javier Sanoa? He homered twice for the Marlins, and Miami is 30-17 in their last 47 games. Real good performance there. Dodgers, Tampa Bay. We did have the under yesterday here on the Morning Steam Show as our winner yesterday in that one with the Dodgers and Kershaw. They won 5-0. We had a winner here with a sports money premium. Detroit and Colorado. Now, look, if you were with me yesterday here on the show, did anybody listen to me talking about the Rockies and the Pirates game? I don't think I said it was going to be 17-16, but I thought it was pretty clear that this one was going to be, I said it right, Coors. This one's going to be a Coors game. It was a Coors game, 17-16. Pittsburgh scored 9 runs in the top of the first inning. They became the first team ever to score 9 runs in the top of the first inning. Scored a 9-run inning, have more than 15 runs and still lose the game. Colorado's the first team since 2006 to do that, give up 9 runs in the first inning and win the game. Colorado scored 5 runs at the bottom of the 9th inning, including that Brenton Doyle walk-off home run as the game lasted 3 hours and 37 minutes. They could have played the Orioles and Cubs game twice, I think, in between that. But we did also have Colorado on the run line yesterday here on the show. What a wild game that was. And if you weren't paying attention yesterday, I thought I made it pretty clear, as we did have a premium, super premium high roller pick on Detroit and Colorado game to go over. But that was kind of, I don't even know if I called it that good, but we were all over it, no doubt. I did have a winner here on the show with the Padres on the run line yesterday as they beat the slumping Cardinals. How about my Padres right now? They've won 6 in a row here all of a sudden, getting things together with all those trades, all those players. That was our loser there yesterday, was the over with that game on the sports money premiums. Hey, I had the Athletics here on the Morning Steam Show over the Diamondbacks with Jacob Lopez. He allowed just 5 hits and 5 shutout innings. Arizona's lost 6 in a row and 9 of their last 10. The A's are actually 16-12 in their last 28. We did have a winner there on the happy hour yesterday. Hopefully you caught me there with the under in that one with Arizona and the Athletics. Also on the Cover the Spread show, we did go with Seattle. My apologies. I really thought Seattle would be closer to $1.30 or $1.40 in the game. I usually try to give out some realistic games there on the cover the spread show. I didn't know I'd end up with basically a $2 favorite. Even I'm a dummy sometimes. We did get the win.
Final.
Whoopee! $2 win there. And we had the under on the Morning Steam show, though, in that one with Texas and Seattle with Leiter and Gilbert. Man, we're winning. Also, we had Winnipeg on the show yesterday over Toronto, and they got it done. That was a wild one, a fun one there yesterday with Winnipeg getting the win and cover. Strebler, only one pass hit the ground with an incompletion. Other than that, he had 17 completions and three interceptions. Couple return for one return for a touchdown. Winnipeg, though, returned 2 kicks for touchdowns in the game and won over Toronto yesterday in the CFL. WNBA, we did have Connecticut here on the show yesterday, plus the points as they got it done. We also had the Phoenix and Atlanta game to go over yesterday. Pretty easy winner there. Also, we did have Golden State on the show on the WNBA 2-3 zone show yesterday. Hopefully you check me out over there as we had the Valkyries in that one. We also did have winner here on the show yesterday. Chicago team total under was our winner there. That was actually on the happy hour. And yesterday we did have Golden State and Chicago under as our play here with that game. And late night, we did have the Sparks plus the points over Seattle. They did get it done in a win there in double overtime. A great game last night. Sparks win over Seattle. And, yeah, we had the premium pick on the over. So a lot of winning. I'm in a good mood today for sure with pretty big day for sure. That's it'll put you in a better mood, won't it? All right, a few more comments. We get started. Get ready for the show. Tired of talking about all the winning. We got to prove it now here today. All right, who else is here? Who else ready to go? We got McCutcheon for Jermaine there last night, and Jim talked about it there. Oh, Peter Gracia. Great to see Peter in the chat. How you been? Great to see you there. Abel says he had a little parlay there. Jim talking about that Marlins game. Hey, if it wasn't for that Colorado game, everybody be talking about the Marlins game. I think they are talking about the Marlins game, aren't they? What a wild one that was. And the Yankees, you get some new pitchers, and boy, it sucks to get booed when you join a new team, doesn't it? Brew Crew over. Padres team total over. White Sox team total over. Mets and Giants under. Red Sox money line for Jermaine. D-Money, hello. Good morning. Doge is here today. He likes the way the Padres are going. I do too. They've definitely fixed it up here. Let's see. Thomas says it looked like a softball game last night. Doge says the Yankees, they didn't do anything to help themselves there, possibly. Maybe that's right, huh? At the trade deadline there. Jimmy, hello, good morning. Abel bet over in the Rockies game, 17 runs, right? And Cash Game, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll say it for once, right? I mean, hey, we had a good day picking the games in baseball. Sometimes you get them wrong, but at least you know what you do. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. All right, and great day, all. C. James, nice to see you. Let's go to the coverage. Oh, let me announce first. You can win my plays. You can win those plays, right? You can get them for free here just by watching this show. What we're going to do is have a drawing at the end of the show. Then you can win a free subscription for 1 month for with my plays. Thank you to those who have won so far and have taken the opportunity to sign up. When you win the contest, sign up with promo code WINNER. You'll get those plays free for a month. Hopefully, you'll find them to be pretty good and renew the subscriptions there. Do my best, and yesterday it paid off. Okay, Jermaine's number 1 right now. Abel's number 2. Andrew K. number 3. This is the pecking order here for the top commenters of the first part of the show. Cash Kane, Bobby Mack, Jim Deweiger, Doge is in there, T-Bird Twisted, and C. James. Thank you for commenting early on tonight. All right, Todd says, hope you're on the Elks. Well, we can't give it away just yet. So let's go with the show. Having some fun here, man. With so many winners, hard not to have a lot of fun. Okay, we got to go though. Here on a Saturday on fight night tonight. Will I be ordering? I'm going to be I think I'll be ordering. I might order. We might go for the a high roller Uber Eats is what we're going to do tonight. All right, let's go to it now. Major League Baseball. Get ready for the show here with the Dodgers taking on the Rays with Blake Snell on the mound here. Wow, just the Dodgers. Just get them healthy, get them ready. You can trade May. You can get this team right back and rolling with the Dodgers. Man, it's going to be tough to catch these guys for sure with Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers here. Man, they won the game yesterday pretty convincingly, 5-0. You got Snell coming back. He's had 2 starts so far this season. 1-0 record. Dodgers have won them both. He's got a 2 ERA so far. Rasmussen here, 21 starts. He's gone 6-14 to the under, has Rasmussen. 2.96 ERA, 103 whip, 218 batting average against here for Rasmussen in this one. Let's go to the chat. Get your plays ready. This is how you do it. No. Dodgers here have won 6 of their last 9 games against Tampa Bay following the 5-0 victory there yesterday. Tampa Bay has lost 8 of their last 9 games.
Final.
Overall. Now, once again, Tampa's taking the steam here in this game, believe it or not. Right now, the Dodgers are favored. They're down to $1.20. Maybe even $1.15 here at some spots. The total, definitely 8.5 over, maybe even minus 125. There are some 9 unders out there. Is this one? It's kind of been bumped up here for sure. I think the total's been going higher right now in this game between Los Angeles and Tampa Bay. Yesterday was 5-0, so I don't know how excited I could get about an over here, but let's see what you guys have in this one. Dodgers and Rays today. I want to know what you guys have. Let me read off some of the plays here anyway and some of the trends to get you going. Because I get it. I mean, I see that the Dodgers should be a good pitching matchup. All right. Let me see what you got here. Rays have lost 4 of their last 5 at home. 10 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams have gone over. And between the two teams here in Tampa have gone over. Now, that's 4 years worth, 8 years really were the sample size, but 13 of the last 17 between the two have gone over. But recently, the Dodgers have gone under in 7 of their last 8. They've gone under in 8 of their last 9 games on the road. You do have Snell here and Rasmussen. Let's hear from you in the chat. And here we go. We've got, thanks you guys. Oh, man, let's go get some dogs here. We've got a 9 legacy on the Dodgers. Thomas Bird, Dodgers first 5. Doge says Dodgers and under. Cash Gain says Snell probably not going to go very far here. And he's concerned there about the trading of Dustin May. It looks like Twins are taking some steam here this morning. We can get to that game in a little bit here. But the Twins in their matchup here today, they're taking some steam right now from the Cleveland Guardians. Over was officially announced. We knew Over was pitching, but maybe a little bit based on that. They were plus $1.45, but they're going lower here right now. Minnesota's taking the steam here this morning. Abel says the Dodgers will start winning their series a little bit here right now. And Jimmy likes the Rays in this one. Jermaine says we need a futures bet, 1-year coaches. How many have made the playoffs in the last 10 years? How about that? What's your idea there, Jermaine? Fernando leading first 5 under here. Tex says take the Rays.
Final.
Jeff's a revenge game for both teams. Huh? Tampa struggling here right now. Oh, see, James says Ober is now out. Wow. Okay, I gotcha. Man, they had just announced him as the starter in the game here just a short time ago. So we'll see. I'll follow up on that. Make sure we get the right pitching matchup there. That is news to me. I saw just a short time ago that he was officially announced as well, not official. We know what I mean. The sports books coming out there. So let me know what's going on with that, because that is news to me, and I don't know if I have an answer here. So Ober was on the injured list, and he was scheduled to make his return today. So please, someone let me know what's going on. Okay, because I'm in the middle of a show here, and I'm going to be on that game soon. Okay, Abel said, Abel's right down the Padres here. He says every team gets a hot streak. All right, Dodgers here for Bobby Mack, and D Money on the Dodgers as well. Screw the Twins, says Doge. And all right, I guess I got to make my call on this one with Snell and Rasmussen here today. Yeah, I got to go under in this one. I mean, yesterday was 5-0, and here the total's going higher. Man, I'll call it 8.5. I could probably go out there and get some 9 unders. What are they going to be? Rasmussen is all of a sudden, going to have one of his worst outings or get hit by these Dodgers, and Snell's going to come in and not look good after. All right, let's move on. Here, these are all early games. We've got a big 4 o'clock window today. It's all going to be cleared out for that nationally televised game here today. Going to play that one, solo today. All right, Baltimore is taking on the Cubs with Sugano here on the mound. He's up against Michael Boyd. Michael Boyd continues to look pretty strong here, you guys, right? I mean, he's 11-4, 2.47 ERA here in this one, 105 whip, 227 batting average against. Boyd been pretty good this season, no doubt about it. He's up against Sugano, 8-5, 4.38 ERA. Orioles are 12-8 with Sugano. Cubs are 12-9 with Boyd. Sugano, 1.3 whip, 270 batting average against, and a 280 BABIP. Baltimore has won 5 of their last 7, although they've lost 4 of their last 5 on the road. They are just 1-7 against the Cubs. Oh, where's our graphic? They are just 1-7 against the Cubs in the last 8 meetings between the two teams. Cubs have won 9 of their last 13 games at home. Coming into this one, Cubs have gone over in 4 of their last 5 overall. Baltimore just 3-6 here in Chicago. Let's see what you guys have in this one. Cubs taking on the Orioles here from Wrigley today. I want to hear from the chat, see what you guys have in this one. And let's get the comments together. I think we got good notes there on this game. All right. We've got here come the Cubs for Jimmy in this one. He's got them. He's got the Cubs. Good morning to Stop Geo today. Abel says first 5 under, and that I think he's talking Dodger game here. Snell in his K-prop. He likes bets for a hit. 9 Legacy says Chicago on the run line here. T-Bird says Cubs first 5 under 4.5. And Zoe says Cubs on the run line. Got to fade those Orioles when going up against these left-handed pitchers, especially good ones like Michael Boyd. Baltimore comes in, though, just 16-18 against left-handers. That's probably right in line with their overall winning percentage. Cubs here, Tucker and Bush, both to get a hit today. I know handicappers want to go on this run line here for sure today. It does feel like with the Cubs. Cubs under here for Robert today. All right, I'll get ready to make my call here in this one. And for me, I've got Baltimore on the run line today with Sugano. I don't know. I think it feels like a pretty good game here. I'm going to take Baltimore today. I think Sugano can stay in there in this one, and I'm going to take the Orioles here on the run line today up against the Cubs. All right, next up, we've got the Royals taking on the Blue Jays with a good pitching matchup here. Noah Cameron, he's been strong, hasn't he, up against Max Scherzer. I'm not saying Max has been great, but I think at any moment you can expect Max to have a fine game, right? 4.89 ERA for Max. I get it. Just 2 decisions so far in 7 games. He's 1-1. Toronto's 3-4 with Max on the mound, but big favorite here. It is down to $1.45 or so, though. Maybe a little bit of a move on these Royals here. Hey, the Royals said, we're not done this season. We've got hope. And some new players as well. So let's see what you got. For Noah Cameron, here he comes in 5-4 with a 2.44 ERA. Cameron's 4-10 to the under this season. Scherzer is 5-1 to the over, just to make sure. But Cameron, 1.0 whip. Scherzer, a 1.0 whip. Cameron, 196 batting average against, 227 BABIP. Cameron's been pretty darn strong. The widely reported steam did come in on the under here in this game. Right there. You might see 8 under 15, but feels like mostly 8 flat for the most part. What do you have in this one, gang, with the Toronto and Kansas City? Kansas City's won 6 of the last 7 games against Toronto overall. Toronto, they've lost 5 of their last 6 right now. They still have won 12 of their last 14 games at home, but Kansas City having a pretty good run against them, actually. Toronto's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games, although 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So let's see what you have here in this one. Kansas City taking on Toronto today. We'll go to the chat. And let me hear from the crew. And I'll have my play. All right, here we go. It's going to be Robert's on the Royals here. Blue Jays money line and over for 9. Legacy, not Cubs. For D money. Royals for Doge. Good morning to Reish here. He likes under in the Cubs game. He likes over in the Jays game. And Jimmy likes under in this one with Kansas City and Toronto. Like I said, that widely reported steam did come in on the under in this game. I think that's the way I'm kind of seeing it too. So, we got one more here. Abel says over with Vlad Jr. over in his hits, runs, and RBIs today. Okay, I got you there. I'm gonna have to go under in this one with Toronto and Kansas City. I'm going under. Pittsburgh and Colorado up next. It's going to be Paul Skeens taking on Austin Gomber. Even pitching matchup here for sure, right? For Skeens here, he comes in with a 1.83 ERA, 6-8 record, 22 starts. Skeens 7-14 to the under, 0.9 whip, 184 batting average against. For Gomber here, Gomber comes in 0-5, and the Rockies are 1-7 with Gomber on the mound. 6.28 ERA, 1.6 whip, .336 batting average against. Now, I don't know if we're going to see it's easy to say with Paul Skeens, but I guess how can I put it? I don't think we'll see Pittsburgh score 15 runs today, even against Gomber. But let's see how you have it. Pittsburgh's won 5 of their last 6 coming in after giving it up there yesterday. Colorado's actually won 6 of their last 8 games at home. Pittsburgh's won 6 of 8 here in Colorado. Colorado's gone over in 5 of their last 7. Pittsburgh's gone under in 6 of their last 8, despite what happened yesterday. So let's see what you guys have here with Pittsburgh and Colorado. We're going to get another one like that. I'll pick the over. I don't have a problem with that, but Paul Skeens is going here after all. It's going to be hard to get off of him here at minus $2, $2.20 even at some spots here today. Feels like a pretty big mismatch, actually, but you still got to get into the bullpen unless Skeens can go all the way here. The total still is 10 over at minus 120 or so, maybe 115, because you are in Colorado still after all. So what do you think today in this one? I think Pittsburgh could still probably do it and maybe even get this run line here. Maybe the total's more interesting of a bet. Still could be afraid, right, to lay in a run line with Pittsburgh. Doe says Rockies run line all day. You got the old plus here, right, today with the Rocks? They're plus 1.5 at plus 115. You know how that goes. Supposed to take them all the time in those situations. But, man, Gomber's really bad. Here's Jimmy likes the under. Skeens under in his outs here maybe today. All right. And I'm going to take the under here in this one with Pittsburgh and Colorado. I'll take the under as my play here on the morning steam. Kind of want to take Pittsburgh, but it'd be too easy. Robert says Pittsburgh first 5 minus 1.5 today. I feel like, you know what? I mean, you could say that maybe the Colorado's a great equalizer when you've got Skeens out there. Maybe they just win by 1, but Pittsburgh's hitting well enough that look, they obviously they smashed yesterday, even though they lost. I get it. All right. Let me just get the latest news here in case there's some breaking news right now. Let's plus. Andrew says he likes that always here. All right, I'm taking the under. Here we go. Next up with the Brewers taking on the Nats today with Woodruff going up against Urban here in this one. Woodruff solid so far since coming on the scene. 4 games. They've won them all. More, Milwaukee. I keep saying it. Best starters in the league right now. I don't know if I'm embarrassed to say it, if I'm wrong. It just feels like consistently anyway, the Brewers send out a great starter every time. Woodruff, 2-0. They're 4-0 with him on the mound. 2.01 ERA, 0.71 WHIP. These are great numbers so far. Sure, there's going to be some regression here, but maybe not. Woodruff, 1.62 batting average against, 1.92 BABIP. Outstanding. Irvin, I still like Irvin long term. Now he's 8-5 so far this season. 4.69 ERA, 1.29 WHIP, but a 250 batting average against, but 260 BABIP. So look, if he doesn't strike out a lot of hitters, but man, Milwaukee here $1.80 might be down to $1.75, but total here 8.5. Maybe shaded to the under a little bit. I don't think there's any 8 overs out there. That should be corrected here, because there's mostly 8.5s right now. Maybe to the under. Maybe 8.5 under 15. All right, there we go. And, man, a lot of comments here already on this one. So let me get to it here with this matchup. Milwaukee and Washington today. Milwaukee's still won 16 of their last 20. Washington's dropped 13 of their last 20. Milwaukee's won 7 of their last 8 on the road. They've won 4 of the last 5 against Washington. 8 of the last 9 meetings between the two have gone over when playing here together. Washington has gone over in 10 of their last 13 overall. Milwaukee's gone over in 5 of their last 6. But this is a pretty decent pitching matchup for sure between these two. Let's go to the chat maybe a little bit here and see what you have with Milwaukee and Washington today. That's a lot of over trends, but let's see what you can do with this one. All right, let's see here. AOD's in the chat. Thank you. Bucks run line and Skeens under and his hits allowed, says 9 Legacy. Abel's on the Brewers. Andrew K says they're on a roll. Brewers been hot, and the Nats have been not. 9 Legacy says Milwaukee first 5 in full game. Cash Kane. Brewers run line. But Jimmy's on the Nationals in this one on the run line here. Oh, man, I don't know. Jermaine, Milwaukee, team total over. Markel's here. He says we're back on the Marlins today. Also, A's team total over on an alternate line. Fernando might go under. Cash Kane, maybe on the Nats here. Here's Robert on the under. Jermaine says, how are the Twins taking the steam and over Jermaine? We're still trying to figure it out, Jermaine. We're trying to. I'll get to that game in just a moment. We'll try to figure out what's going on with the Twins. Cash, okay, he's gonna Jimmy maybe with the Nats there. Markel says, I don't know if I can take the Nats. Cash Kane says, I'll take the Nats if someone else takes them with me. Yeah, it's always a good way to go down the slide. All right. Now, I know everyone's going to be hitting the over possibly in this one, but I don't know. I don't know if it's going over with the – I kind of like this pitching matchup here. All right, I better make my call in this one. I'm going to go ahead and lay this run line with Milwaukee. I feel like they're pretty hot right now. And let me take the Brewers here on the run line. Next up, we've got the Tigers and Tariq Skubal taking on we got Wheeler and the Phillies. What a nice pitching matchup this is. Man, you could be have the two Cy Young. No, I don't think Wheeler's going to win the Cy Young off of I don't know. Skeens doesn't have a lot of wins, we know, but Skubal's 10-3, 2.09 ERA, 0.83 WHIP, 194. Batting average against Skubal's awesome here, and against the Phillies, it does feel like a pretty good matchup, right? I mean, Phillies are 12-17 against left-handers here, and this isn't any ordinary left-hander. But the widely reported steam did come in on the Phillies and the under as well. Right now, the line is the Phillies are favored here, $1.15. The total 6.5 over 15. Wow. Phillies are now favored in this game with Wheeler. Give him credit, right? But still, you got to beat Skubal. That's tough to do. I promise you that. Let's see how you guys have it here. I mean, we're going to be dealing with one of those fast games here with these two. You would think that these guys are set up where they wouldn't necessarily give up many runs. Now, the Phillies won, obviously, in game number 1, but you still have – let me get some of the numbers together with these two. Detroit here has lost 6 of their last 7 on the road. They've won 4 of their last 5 as they started to pick it up again. Philadelphia has won the last 5 games at home against the Tigers. 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two have gone under. Tigers have actually lost 9 of their last 10 games to Philadelphia overall. But we'll see in this matchup. It's too easy for me. Look, it's 6.5. I'm just going with the under. I can be square in this game. Maybe it will be one of those 1-0 games, quite frankly, here with these two. All right. I'll go to the chat here in this one. Cash Game Phillies. Money line says solid under. Robert's on the Phils here. And there you go. Cash Kane, he says, same thing. Be a low-scoring game for sure. Abel says under. You got a Nerfy. You got the over and the K-prop. He thinks the pitchers roll here. Robert says that is getting pretty low with these two. And Cash Kane says, you look at Scooble and you look at his record here, right? Scooble lose I think that's what he said. I mean, Scooble's 10-3. Maybe he lost a couple there when the Tigers were kind of struggling, but Wheeler 9-4, and the Phillies are 14-7 with him on the mound. 2.56 ERA, 0.89 WHIP, 190 batting average against. So, Line Legacy first 3 under, first 5 Tigers there. It looks like. I think that's what he said there. All right, good game for sure there. Next up, the Giants and Bivens, not Vivens. That sounds like that guy that ran all those kicks back last night. What was that guy's? Bob. What was the Winnipeg guy's name, you guys, that ran those kicks back? What a game he had. All right, let me get going here with the Giants and Bivens. Taking on the Mets and Senga. In fact, I think this is actually, Bivens will be in there, but I think they've actually changed starters here. I think they've got Tang. I think that's his name. I think it's pronounced Tang. Kaiwei Tang. I think it's pronounced Tang. I mean, looks like Tang. Let me fix it here, though. I think Bivens will get in there, right? I didn't look at the whole breakdown of the Giants pitching today. There we go. There he is, Tang. He's had, let me see, what's Tang's deal here right now? I know he got brought back up to the major leagues to make this start. Giants, obviously, they traded their closer, so maybe they're kind of giving up here. But Kaiwei Tang is heading back to the major leagues after hanging out in Sacramento. He was up for 4 games last season. He's appeared in 25 games, 4 starts, 3.67 ERA, 111 WHIP, with a 4-to-1 K to walk ratio in 54 innings. 4 of his last 5 meetings have come as a starter. So I would imagine that he is in here to start this game. He's had 5+ innings in 3 of those 4 starts. With Roop hitting the disabled list, it does feel like more than an opener situation here with the Kaiwei Tang of the Giants. He's up against Senga. Senga 7-3, 2 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. Senga's gone under in 12 of 15 starts this season. He's got a 204 batting average against. Great numbers here for sure for Senga. And right now he's minus, I don't know, gone down here a little bit to $2. Guess there could be a little bit of action on the Giants here. We don't want to kick them to the curb just yet, but I don't know. Total here, 8.5, maybe shaded even to the under. The total's been going up in this one between the Giants and the Mets. So let's see what you have in this game here for sure. And with the Giants and the Mets. Call out the numbers here. For the Giants, they've lost 6 of their last 7 games coming in. Mets have lost 4 of 5, but they have won 4 of their last 5 games at home here. Yeah. I was looking for something to read. I was looking for a stat. Anything good? Anything in this game for you guys? Let me just go to the chat here and see what you have in this one with the Giants here on the road taking on the Mets. I'll go to the chat first and I'll make the call. Okay, let's see here. Lovable plays. What was he talking about with Singer there? He was talking about that game yesterday. There, maybe he was talking about Sugano. Okay, here's Mets minus 2.5 for Cash Kane. And Mets run line all day, says Doge. And maybe Mets first 5 in full game here for Cash Kane. Giants first 5 for 9 Legacy. Robert says Mets on the run line. Andrew says Mets big today. Abel says take the Mets. And good morning to Nasty Nate. Thank you, Nate. And nice to see you in there. And he says the Mets to smash here today against Sing. I gotta write down Sing as a matter of Tang. I just gotta write it down here for sure. I like the Mets probably to rock these guys here today as well. And I'm going to take them. Give me the Mets on the run line here on the Morning Steam show. All right, next up, let's get to it now. I guess I'm going to have to do some work here because I came prepared, but I guess I'm not. Now, look, the Twins are taking on the Guardians. With all due respect, I don't even want to. Sorry, I didn't see who mentioned it there, talking about Bailey Ober. I guess he's not ready to make. I have Bailey Ober penciled in here as the man to make this start, coming off the disabled list here today. But somebody in the chat said he's not. He's out. So I don't know what the Twins are going to do. Let me see if I can figure it out. Because if Bailey Ober doesn't get this start, let me see what the line is. Because I think that throws the Twins into a total quandary with this pitching right now. Showing the Guardians here $1.60, and the total is down to 7 over 15, 7 over 20. At least I got to update that, but let me see if I can figure out who could they have in there that the total's actually gone down in this one? This was scheduled to be Bailey Ober's return from the injured list today, but sounds like he's not ready to go. Let me see if I can dial it up somehow and see if I can figure it out here. Maybe we need Sin to figure it out. All right, I'm going to go take a look and see. Maybe if I can pencil it in here. All right. In fact, the latest word is just 4 minutes ago that the team said he's expected to start. So, all right, I don't know what's going on, but I was expecting Bailey Ober to start. The widely reported steam did come in here on Minnesota overnight. This one I cannot find who would be the starter here. Let me try one more time to try to see what's going on here. Okay. Man. Oh. I don't know what the Twins would do. I mean, they'd have to go to a bullpen game. They've called up a bunch of minor leaguers. They've called up 5 minor leaguers basically in the last week, or maybe in the last 5 days. We've seen some of these guys with with Adams. These guys could all pitch today, I guess, in a bullpen game. He threw 72 pitches. He probably needs another day. But you could have Travis Adams. Remember, he started a game just 5 days ago. But I thought he was, I guess it'd have to be Adams here. Adams, Jose Ureña's on the back on the Twins here. He's been in the minor leagues. Guess who else has been in the minor leagues? Erasmo. Erasmo's on the Twins, too. He could pitch today. It'd have to be a combination of those guys. Let me go to the chat. I don't know what to do now. But let me read off some of the numbers here with these guys. With at least I can talk here about Tanner Bybee, a 7-9 record, 4.39 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 250 batting average against, a 283 BABIP. I'm going to operate as if I think Bailey Ober is starting here. I apologize to anyone in the chat right now, but I just don't know what they would do other than those pitchers that I did read off. That would be the combo of those pitchers, I would imagine. Ober is 4-6, expected to come off the injured list today, 5.28 ERA. We know the numbers weren't great there, and that was part of the problem, I guess. For Minnesota, they're 1-5 in the last 6 games overall. Cleveland's won 14 of their last 20. They've won 7 of their last 9 games at home. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under. Minnesota's lost 6 of their last 7 here at Cleveland coming into this one. And also, Minnesota's lost 5 straight. They've also gone under 5 straight to Cleveland. They've also gone under in 9 of their last 11 games on the road. They're also 1-6 in the last 7 here at Cleveland. All right, let me go to the chat here. I apologize for not having this one right, I guess, there. Could have gone into it a little deeper, I guess. Let's see here. Doge says the Twins gave up early on the season here, I guess, at 11.5 games back. I don't think anybody's going to catch Detroit. Cash Kane says Nats. Jimmy's on the Mets here. All right. And Guardians and Ramirez at home run. There's Cash Kane talking about that Liberty. He had the first half. Tremaine says, who is really betting the Twins? Here's an over for Cash Kane. And what is Andrew? Why is Jose Canseco back in? I missed it. I know people were talking about him. Was it on social media too? What is the latest with? What is the latest here really on Jose? Why was he in the news yesterday? I saw some people talking about him. Thomas says he thinks he's over still in there. All right, Guardians for level plays. Jermaine's on the Guardians here. Robert's on the over in this one. And level plays was talking about Brady Singer there in that game yesterday, I think. Level plays had the over on the K's yesterday, I think that is. Tremaine says he hopes over is in there. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it there. Let me give it one more look-see here. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to give it one more look-see here on the old X machine here and see if I can do a search. The only search here I see is it says over is expected to start. So I'm going to assume that I know you guys are making fun that he's in there, and maybe that is a benefit for Cleveland. I mean, look, he should be better if he has had a little bit of rest here. Coming into this game. So, okay, not much I can do here. If I can't figure it out or find it out, I really feel like Ober is the starter here. The books are still listing him as a starter too. I think that's kind of a bit of a giveaway here. Man, I like Cleveland, but this price, has it gone down a little bit? Maybe I don't know if it has. $1.62. Well, I think Cleveland's going to win. I don't know if I want to trust them necessarily on the run line here. I really just want to take them on the money line. And you know what? I just might today. Maybe the old Al special. Maybe I can go -1 with Cleveland today. I like Cleveland. So give me Cleveland here. I'll take them. I'm gonna take them on the money line. You can take them -1 if you want. Hey, I'm hot. I'll just try to take the win here. Give me Cleveland. Okay, we got through that one here. A little bit of Jimbo. Good morning. The Astros are taking on the Boston Red Sox here with let me get this pitching right. I'm pretty sure it's Gordon in there. Well, Brown was yesterday, right? Yeah, I just didn't change the I didn't change the pitching matchup at all from yesterday. That's what the problem is. Brown with Gordon here against Bueller. Sorry about that one, gang. That one's on me. Bueller here, $1.20, maybe even $1.25 or so right now. And I don't know. I'm going to call it $1.30 actually. And the total here, 9.5 under at -120. Could be 125. With the Astros taking on Bueller and the Red Sox. It sounds like a good pitching matchup, actually. For Gordon here, the numbers wouldn't indicate so, but let me just go over it. Gordon, the left-hander here, 4-3. Astros are 8-4 with Gordon on the mound, 4.74 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, 300 batting average against, a 335 BABIP. So at Colton Gordon, the numbers aren't what we kind of saw there. Little blips. We've seen the little blips. He has good control. We know that. Bueller, 6-6, 5.72 ERA. These pitchers are combined 10-17 to the under so far this season. Bueller, 1.53 WHIP, 276 batting average against. Hasn't been great. Houston comes in here having lost 6 of their last 8. Boston's won 5 of 6. Houston's won 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams. Houston's actually won 6 of the last 7 here in Boston. 10 of the last 14 games have gone over when Boston and Houston have met up. But Boston's gone under in 6 straight at home and 10 of their last 15 games overall. What do you think here, gang? Houston and Boston today. Like I said, I don't mind these pitchers. The numbers, Joe, just aren't that great. I get that. Let's see how you guys have it, though. I'll get your plays here with Houston and Boston. High total, right? Here we go. Let's see what the chat has. I can be swayed here. Red Sox money line for cash gain. Here's also an over. Red Sox money line for Nasty Nate. I'm sorry, Red Sox smash for Nasty Nate. 9 legacy Red Sox money line. Abel says Red Sox first 5. Red Sox have looked better without Devers, and the Giants have looked bad with Devers. Here's Red Sox money line for Robert. Jimmy says Red Sox as well. Doge says you got to think under here. Maybe Ramon's on the right call there. I hope so because I want to go under. I actually want to go under here. I know these pitchers have elevated numbers. I'm going under in this one. Next up is the Rangers taking on the Mariners with Merrill Kelly. He gets to start. Now, originally, I think DeGrom was scheduled, but you know what? Merrill Kelly was going to be his turn. You got DeGrom. Hey, Texas, this might work out. We got some pitching in here. Rangers made the moves, and now they're kind of going for it. Good job, Rangers. Way to go. Not fooling around. We know the bullpen's already been pretty outstanding, right? Now, Texas will be favored here on the road. Is Merrill Kelly? No. Seattle's favored. And I got to get it right. It is Castillo. Again, that was just another one where I I think I left the wrong name in there from yesterday. It is Castillo. And to be fair, that would be why. Mariners here now, they are favored here at, and they mostly, but with DeGrom pitching, maybe the Rangers were going to be favored. Now you have Castillo pitching here, about $1.20, and we'll call it 7.5 on the total. I'll call it 7.5 flat. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at this one here with Merrill Kelly making his first Rangers start here. But for Kelly, you got to figure he's 9-6 coming in, 3.22 ERA, 105 WHIP, 247 BABIP, 206 batting average against. Maybe a little change of scenery helps here going into this division as well for Kelly. Castillo, 8-6, 3.19 ERA and a 1.2 WHIP. We know what you get with Castillo. Good, strong effort here. Feels pretty even. Feels like a pretty even matchup on the mound for sure in this one. Texas right now comes in here. You take a look, at where we stand, right? I've talked about how important of a series this is. Texas has lost 8 straight games at Seattle. They've gone 3-14 against the Mariners overall coming in. Texas has lost 4 of their last 5 now all of a sudden. Texas has gone over in 9 of their last 12 games on the road. 12 of the last 18 meetings between the two teams have gone over. The widely reported steam that did come in on the over here. Seattle's gone under in 4 of their last 5 games at home, however. And so let's see, though, what you have here with Texas and Seattle today. I want to hear from you. In the chat, let's go to it. We've got 9 Legacy Rangers money line. Kelly Doge says, I like Kelly here. Give me the Rangers. Cash Kane under. Robert likes the Rangers here in this one.
Final.
And Jermaine back on that Red Sox game here. He says the Red Sox are a better home team than the Astros are a road team. Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think that's pretty safe to say. Yeah, I agree with that. All right. Hey, I got to make my call in a good game today between Texas and Seattle. Like I said, that steam came in on the over, but I don't know, man. Aren't these guys going to have a good start here? Rangers and Seager over in his total bases there for Abel. All right. I'm taking the Seattle Mariners here in this one. I can't ignore the dominance right now. Look, the Rangers, I don't know if they have the offense right now necessarily that Seattle does here with, Seattle made their share of moves. They've won the first 2. I think it's great they got Merrill Kelly here, and hopefully Texas can put a little pressure on here. They're 5 games back. The Mariners are 4 games back. And I don't know if anybody trusts the Astros, do they? I don't think I'm offending anybody. I don't know if we have any Astros fans in the chat, except from my man Will, but he's not here today. Jimmy's on Seattle with me, and hey, Jimmy, we're getting the even money here now in this one. Right? Oh no, no, you're right. Minus $1.20. You're right. I was looking at the old number or the original number there. And I think that, again, that was with DeGrom. So it is a step down, I guess, from Kelly to DeGrom. Maybe not as big as we might think, right? I think that's why you're seeing it. But there definitely was a move. Okay. That's it for that one. Next up, the Yankees are taking on the Marlins. You've got Schlittler, a rookie here going, right? Look, the Yankees, making some moves here. They want to be all that. The Marlins have been all that, man. Come on. Yuri Perez is in here. He's got a 3.07 ERA, 3-3 record. here in this one for Perez. 9.95 whip, 172 batting average against, and a 227 BABIP. For Schlittler, he's 1-1 with a 4.91 ERA, 305 batting average against, just a 366 BABIP here. Look, wild game. Marlins got it done. Marlins keep getting it done, it feels like. And they've got the better pitcher here, maybe by far, right? Yankees have still won 4 of their last 6, but the Marlins have won 7 of their last 9. You do have the Yankees 2-4 of their last 6 against Miami overall. Yankees have gone over in 11 of their last 14 games on the road. 8 of the last 11 between the two, though, have gone under. Miami's gone under in 14 of their last 18 here. I think the Marlins might hit these guys. How about Kyle Stowers again there yesterday? I'm on Miami here in this one. Come on. I'm not taking the Yankees here. Not against Yuri Perez. And we saw Marlins. What an effort yesterday. I like the Marlins here. Is it a freemium? I like the Marlins in this one, guys. Nobody likes this game, I don't think, or maybe I didn't give you guys enough time. Abel, their Rangers run line. He likes the Rangers run line there. Plus 1.5 at big minus, I think is what he is. 9 Legacy says Yankees money line. Yankees team total over. He likes them to get to Yuri. Abel says Marlins first 5. Robert says I got to take the Marlins here. I got to take the Marlins as well. I think the Marlins might. Yeah, what's their team total? I like the Marlins team total over probably. Okay, and that's it for the afternoon games. Now let's go to a very special game here today, as there will be 85,000 fans in attendance of this one at the Bristol Motor Speedway. So we will make history. This is going to break the Major League Baseball attendance record, I believe, here with this game. I don't think there's ever been a Major League game played in front of 85,000 fans. Now, some of the fans will probably be too far to even figure out what's going on. Good thing they have one of the biggest boards there in that stadium, right? Hold on, I'm getting a Snapchat video. I want to see what it is. Oh, I don't share my Snapchat with just anybody. All right. Anyways, should be a great time at the Bristol Motor Speedway here. Now, this field will play very much like almost a standard baseball field. There's no funky stuff in left. There's no stupid shit in right. The power alleys will play a little bit inner than a normal stadium, but there's also to contend with. Now, they do have a standard backdrop. I put the black back there, but other than that, when you're looking at this, you're going to see the fans. It's not going to be baseball stadium, right? It's going to be NASCAR stadium. So I think the depth here, when you're talking about Chase Burns, a fireballer of a pitcher here, look, there's no doubt that Burns doesn't have. I don't want to read his numbers here necessarily, but Burns has a 6.26 ERA, still has not won a game officially. The Reds have won with him, but they're still just 1-5 with him on the mound. 1.53 whip, 266 batting average against, striking out hitter, elite strikeout rate, 35% so far this season, and a 10% walk rate. Not horrible for a 35%er, right? He's done a good job, okay job. He's gotten hit pretty hard in his games that he's gotten hit hard. I guess that's what I'm saying. Strider's 5-8, 3.71 ERA, 1.22 whip, 222 batting average against, a 286 BABIP here. So I think it will be a little bit of an issue. And it's also going to be, now there's no shadows. I don't expect shadows, but it is going to be, early evening there. So I don't know how that'll play into it necessarily. And I don't know if we have necessarily a home team, right? The Reds are the designated home team. They will bat last. But who are they root for? Now, I will also say this: Chase Burns did pitch at the University of Tennessee for 2 years. It's not doesn't mean anything in this stadium or anything like that. But before he went to Wake Forest, he was at Tennessee. So okay, this will be cool. This will be awesome. I think we'll all want to see. And there's no other games at this time. This game is being played by itself on the Fox network, the big Saturday night game of the week. So let's see how you have it coming in here. Atlanta has lost 8 of their last 10 games overall. Cincinnati's won 6 of their last 9 coming in. Atlanta's gone over in 12 of their last 17 games. I think the stadium plays big, you guys, quite frankly. I from what I'm looked at, you can go on there and look at it too. So do have just a little bit of breaking news. I'm not going to go to the breaking news banner, even though we haven't done it in weeks and weeks. I don't know if we've had anything really awesome, but TMZ is reporting that Chargers linebacker Denzel Perryman was arrested yesterday with a weapons charge. That just breaking within the last hour or so. Possession of an assault weapon. So sounds like he might have just been carrying it at the wrong place at the wrong time there. So I don't want to get into a Second Amendment argument here. But he was in California, I think. So okay. Anyways, go ahead. Let's hear from you. This will be cool. Is anybody looking forward to this today? Reds have gone under in 8 of their last 10 games overall, but the Braves have been going over here right now. And look, how else would you look at it, right? What would you be trying to break down here? The Reds are 4 games over 500. The Braves are still 16 games under 500. Strider's numbers are, okay, 3.71 there. I think he's okay, but let's see what you guys have here. All right, the Laker boys, they got 2 crummy teams in there, right? What were they thinking? Reds first 5 here for Abel. And Dosa, since he's no good. Braves money line for 9 Legacy. And Cincinnati's garbage, says Laker boy. Cash Game likes Atlanta. Andrew likes a Nerfy here in this one. And you know what? They could get a little bit have to adjust, right? I think the batters have to adjust. I think the pitchers have the advantage in this setting. Robert, those on the over. I'm taking the Cincinnati Reds here in this one to win this game here over Atlanta. I'm taking Cincinnati today. Maybe if I had to, look at maybe the overall. Now, look, Chase Burns, has not been great. We know that. But, let me, you know what? He has been. Well, I can't even say he's been good, but look, remember, his strikeout. Like I said, if you're striking out 35%, I don't want to throw out the 6.0, the 6 ERA, but I would say you're a rookie, 6 games in, you're striking out 35% of the hitters. You're doing pretty well. And look, Tremaine says, maybe bring those balls. They shipped them to Colorado. Or here's the rumor. Tremaine, not talking about this game necessarily. The humidor in Colorado may have been broken. They may have broken it, or it may have been broken. Let's see what happens today. Did anybody see that? Was it one of those weird X accounts that they were making funny stories up on my new channel, the Fake News Network? Did the humidor break and the balls were not as damp and they started taking off from the get-go? Just a rumor. Okay, that was all right. Anyways, so we'll see. Chase Burns in there, and I'll take the Reds. So exciting game tonight at the Bristol Motor Speedway. By the way, I was reading up on it. The this kind of replaces the Field of Dreams game this year. They didn't play it last year either, but the Field of Dreams game is coming back. They're just taking a few years off because they're actually building They're building it even bigger. Um, I think the field will be the same, right? But they're just building more. They finally figured out on the two gift shops. They figured that all out, but I think they're building a more spectacular venue. I think is what they. I don't even know what's going to be ready next year, but that game will come back. All right. Doge would like to see more. Doge would like to see more dildos at games, quite frankly. Oh, in the WNBA. Okay, yeah. Let's not do it in the baseball game. Diamondbacks and Athletics here. Zach Gallen, JT Ginn going here with the Athletics. At home, favored? Oh, okay. Athletics are favored, $1.15. Total 10 over 15 in this one. Hey, why not? Why not the Athletics after they won the first game there? Zach Gallen comes in with a 5.6 ERA, a 7-12 record, 1.3 whip, 250 batting average against. Now, JT Ginn 2-2 with a 3.89 ERA, 1.18 whip, 250 batting average against. I don't know if he's any better than Gallen. His numbers would indicate, but less of a sample size here. And Ginn has been half starter, half reliever here, but with A's dealing a couple of guys here. Remember, my Padres got some of the A's pitching. I don't know if that's a good idea, but they got the good pitching. They got Mason Miller, and they got J.P. Sears. It was pretty okay too, right? Let's see what you have here in this one. With the Arizona taking on the Athletics. Arizona's lost 6 straight, 5 straight on the road. The A's, they've just won 7 of their last 8 games overall coming into this one, man. A's have gone under in 6 straight at home, believe it or not, right now. Arizona's gone under in 7 of their last 9 overall. So, maybe we won't get all these runs here in Oakland necessarily, or in West Sacramento today, but let's see how you have it here in this one. I might be willing to take a look at the under here. I kind of want to save a team for the premium, if you know what I mean. I think I know who I like. All right. The Jermaine says you can't have a 3-2 game in front of 85,000 fans. And Cash Kane likes the over. A's for Doge. And Kevin says you got Kessler or Kostyuk today. I've actually got that on my super high rollers premiums, my man, today. Snakes on the money line here for 9 legacy. Kurt Skillies to have 3 runs, hits, or RBIs there today. I know I've been saying it. I've been kidding Jermaine when I said 3 home runs because we know how awesome he's been. Robert's on the A's here. Kurt's there. Abel says under first 5 and Kurt's to get a hit. I'm going to take the under in this game, but you better believe I'm coming with a premium on the side. You can hear my enthusiasm. You know who I'm on. But I'll take the under in the game here. I know it's tough in these athletics games, but I'm going to take the under. It is my free play after all. And I know the Sharps are kind of on the over here. But, Kevin, you do such a good job with the tennis and giving us plays. And I know I got that pick over there, but let's just say I'm going to go with, ding, ding. Jermaine says the D-backs are out of here. Next up, we got a few more left here. White Sox and the Angels, and there's Savali going up against Kyle Hendricks. Couple of veterans here. Savali comes in 2-6 with a 4.38 ERA, 252 batting average against, a 274 BABIP. For Hendricks here, 6-7, 4.72 ERA, 258 batting average against. Coming into this one, yesterday somehow we got there. Somehow we got. Oh no! Oh, I gave out the over on the happy hour. I think it actually pushed. It opened 9.5, closed 9. But let's see what you got today here in this one. We'd kick this to the curb if it was September, probably on a college football Saturday for sure. But here we go. We got to preview it here now. The White Sox continue to look pretty good and play well. They got the win yesterday, didn't they? They've won 9 of their last 13. They've won 6 of their last 7 on the road here. And hey, Hendricks is no great shakes at this point, right? With his 4.72 ERA. But let's see what you have here in this one with the White Sox and the Angels today. For the Angels here, they've gone over, and 4 of their last 5 at home. 7 of the last 9 between the two have gone under, though. Angels have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall. But gosh, I know we've done pretty well back in the Angels. But the White Sox are playing pretty well. I don't think this isn't any discount. I wish it was a little lower. Pretty much $1.40 or $1.50. I mean, I don't really feel too comfortable betting the Angels at that price. But anyway, let's see what you guys have. Maybe I'll just go to the total here. And I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Let me go to the chat here before I make my pick because I'm not liking this one too much. Kind of want to. Well, here we go. Sox team total over for Jermaine. White Sox for low plays. Good morning to Trap God. And Cascade says, I'm going Angels. I was on him yesterday. And Doge says he'll lean to the Angels here. Lean. He's got that lean. Good morning to Wine Time. Hey, Wine Time. Man, that was a cool show yesterday with the Big Ten preview. I think Big Boss does the graphics. You guys were great too. I couldn't keep my eye off the graphics, but quite frankly, I loved that. I loved it. The panels sometimes went a little too fast, I thought, for me. I couldn't read all that. I was like, whoa, but it came back around, I think. So it was awesome. Really good job. And great job by the chat there over on the Who Bangin'. But that was nice, really. And I hope we get more here this week. I know it's a lot of work, but really appreciate that preview of the Big Ten last night. Check it out, you guys. All right. Andrew likes it as well. Angels run line for 9 legacy. Robert is on the over here. Jimmy's on the over as well. Here, you know what? I'm going to take the Angels here, even at this ridiculous price. I'm just going to make it my free play because it is kind of a high price. Who wants to lay $1.45 with a? They are 4 games under 500 here right now. So look, we've been okay with the Angels. Like I said, they got the White Sox got that first one. That was okay. I'm going to take the Angels. All right, one more. We're about done. We don't have much sports today outside of, there's some sport. It's Saturday after all, but all right, Cardinals taking on my Padres tonight. And Strandy Vasquez on the mound here. And boy, the Padres look good, didn't they? They made it look easy last night. They've made the moves. Nothing you can do here. A.J. Preller's done his job. For Strandy Vasquez, 3.65 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, 247 BABIP, and he's 14-7 on the Padres with Vasquez on the mound in 21 starts. This despite just a 3-4 record overall. Padres are 6-15 to the under with Vasquez. For McGreevy here, 5.18 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. I like McGreevy, but the numbers aren't great. To me, this price, man, this is they're up to about $1.50. I'd say the Padres are definitely taking some action here. I think handicappers are going to be all over the Padres. The value might be out the window, but man, Cardinals are definitely, it feels like, in a funk. And that's good because they usually play the Padres pretty damn tough. It's usually a rugged series for the Padres. Cardinals, though, however, have lost 11 of their last 14 in here. So ignore what I just said. Maybe I'm thinking of the games in St. Louis, always tough for the Padres. But Padres have won 6 straight, 7 of their last 8 at home. Cardinals have lost 7 of their last 8 on the road, 5 of their last 6 overall. Padres have gone under in 8 of their last 11. St. Louis has gone under in 5 of their last 7. The Padres have gone under in 5 of their last 7 games here as well. So, I'm going to have probably a premium somewhere on this one today. And, I'm sure the sharps are all over them as well, but I don't know if there's any value anymore here to my Padres necessarily. But I'm not sure I like the total enough. Probably just have to take them. All right, gang. Let's see here what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the over here in this one. I think the Padres are gonna smash these guys. Let me take the over though as my play. The cards and hey, Vasquez, he doesn't always sail through, but again, this guy pretty interesting, right? You're 3-4, and the team is a 14-7. So with you, so. Vasquez, just like Strandy Vasquez, he goes in there, he keeps them in the game, he doesn't give up, he doesn't get blown up really at all. And then the Padres come through in the end by winning the game with the bullpen, which they have the best bullpen, I believe, right now. Back to number 1, right? Did they pass the Giants or no? Yeah. Oh, yeah, by far, right? By a quarter of a run here right now. Padres best bullpen in the majors. Okay, I'll take the over. That's it for baseball. Thank you, everybody. Oh, let me get your plays. Sorry about that, you guys. Let's see here. Love plays on the Angels. Thank you, Stop Geo. We'll see you for the UFC today. Padres until the wheels fall. You know what? They'll probably fall off against the Dodgers in the playoffs somewhere down the line. Here's Cash Kane on the Cardinals. Padres looking good. First 5 full game for 9 legacy. Zoe Fay will take the Al special. Robert's got the over here with me in this one. I don't see the Padres might mash. Look at think of that. Think of this line, Padres lineup. They made those moves. I say too much because I'm trying to be sheepish about it. But man, what a lineup, right? You can't even find a place for Luis Arraez with O'Neill in there now. They've got Fermin to catch there. They made these moves. Jimmy here with the Padres, and here's Jermaine with the Pod. Now I'm all excited again. Cash game, though, says Cardinals are due. That's true. Abel's on the under. Padres all the way. Padres all the way. Padres all the way. There was a version of remember when the song Talking Baseball, and each team had their own version. Talking Baseball. The song, right? The Bee with Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. But each team had their own, and the end of the Padres one would be Padres all the way instead of Willie, Mickey, and the Duke, because the Padres didn't have a lot of stars. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody even remember that song, Talking Baseball? Well, the Whiz Kids had done it. Bobby Thompson had done it. And great song, right? I could sing the whole thing. I can. The Whiz Kids had done it. Bobby Thompson had won it. Okay, let's go to the WNBA here. We got one game tonight. It's going to be the Lynx on the road taking on the Aces here. Still a good matchup, even though the Aces have struggled here now and, just really fighting to uh, get to the playoffs. But I think they can do it. They're playing a lot better, I guess we could say about it. You look at the standings right now, they are inside the playoff bubble here at this point in eighth place. One game. One game against over the Washington Mystics here right now. Are the Aces are tied with Golden State, who's surged back into the playoffs here. Now Minnesota is 16-12 against the spread this season. Las Vegas is just 2-5 against the spread as an underdog coming into this. So, what do you think is going to happen here with Minnesota and Las Vegas today in this one? Now, pardon me. The line is down to 5 here. I think there's been some support. It feels like here for the Aces at home. Minnesota has not been a great cover team. Well, I guess in the first half, their numbers show that they are, right. I just said that they are above 500 there this season, 16-12 against the spread, and the line keeps kind of going down here. And I don't know, Minnesota seems like we know they're the better team. I think people think the Aces are kind of finding their way a little bit. I don't know if I'm seeing it that way necessarily. A lot of people are on the Aces here, and I think it's going to be. I kind of want to take Minnesota, man. I'm gonna end up on Minnesota here. I know the Aces need this win. I know a lot of my cohorts. Check out this show there with the 2-3 zone. I was on with Ron and Justin. I don't want to necessarily go against these guys right now, but I like the Lynx. Quite frankly, I'll take him as my play here on the show. I believe this one will go down to 4.5. Actually, I think you get a better price than this. I think it's going to continue to move. In fact, it is 4.5 at Bovada right now. Maybe it'll go to 4. Could go to 4. It really could. I am going to take the Minnesota Lynx here on the road. I'm going to lay these points against Las Vegas. To me, Las Vegas is kind of struggling against good teams. They're probably not elite anymore. Seems like they're making up all their games that they have to win. They barely get by a lot of those games against the weaker teams. They just get it done because they are better, is what it feels like. So I'm gonna take the Lynx today. Let me see what you guys have in the chat. Hopefully the Aces can get it together. They got to make the playoffs. Can't have a playoffs without the Aces. And let's see here. Kevin Nick there. He's going head to toe. All right. Let's see here. Thank you, guys. We're talking. Hey, we're on the Sports Money Network. We could just say the word dildo. It happened again, as predicted, as I predicted here, and I wasn't alone, but a second green dildo sighting at a game last night. And even Sophie Cunningham said, "Stop throwing green dildos on the court." But we saw it again. And again, people are treating this thing like it's a bomb, right? I don't want to be gross here. I don't think the dildos are getting used before they're thrown on the court. I think you could just be safe with grabbing it, but they got to go get a towel. The poor lady referee's kicking it like she's never. I don't want to go there. But nonetheless, it's dangerous. We probably shouldn't make fun of it, and probably hope we don't get too many of these. But maybe it's funny right now, especially if they keep throwing a fluorescent green one out there. Like I said, did I do my whole shtick on this already here? Like I told you guys, right? I wouldn't have been afraid, right? I would have Did I say what my funny? I would have taken the thing, put it in my beer, drank the beer, waved it around, right? I mean, I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm trying to get famous here with you guys. I got 80 people watching right now. Yeah, by the end of the day, we might have a couple hundred views. And I know we got a great audience. All watch it once. They come and go. Maybe a couple hundred people are familiar with me on these shows. Maybe those other shows. I'm on some shows. We get 1,000 views, 1,200 views. Maybe I'd be on. They go, there's that guy from the YouTube. He's holding the dildo. Hey! And then you only get one chance if you're gonna. No, I'm not going to ESPN or VSiN like my buddies. I'll be sitting right here with you guys. If that thing comes my way, I'm going for it. I'm going. Put me on the big screen. All right. Asia and the aces go off today. Abel says aces in the over. Robert likes the over here. And this one, aces and over. That's a lot of aces support. We got it done with Muchaba yesterday. If it ain't foreign, it's born. He would be right there behind me going, Ramon, throw me the dildo. All right. No, why don't they do crazy stuff like that in the NBA, right? What would you throw? Oh, boy. Let me go to one more game here. I think I even forgot to make the banner. Somebody's going to be mad. I didn't make the banner for the CFL game. What was I thinking? Well, we've got the game. Of course, it's 2 games today with Tiger Cats on the road here against the Elks in this one. This is a good game. I think both games are pretty good today here, huh? And let me get the other game up too. The show's pretty much over. All right. Tiger Cats taking on the Elks here today. And, we pretty much nailed those players too, didn't we, in that last one when we were talking about the game? Was yesterday's game that we really nailed, or was it the Thursday game that we really nailed the players who were going to – that was a Charger game. That's right. So Hamilton and Edmonton here now. Hamilton, Hamilton's playing great. Let's face it, Hamilton's doing a real nice job here so far this season. They should smash these guys. They should smash the Elks. I mean, look, I know the Elks here. They definitely can run the ball with the best of them. We'll see with Fajardo here. Look, it's not a great matchup for Fajardo. Now, he is coming off a pretty strong game for sure, his best game of the season. But the Elks have struggled here, it feels like right now. And, oh, man, I wish it wasn't 3.5. I wish it wasn't 4.5 anymore. I mean, it was lower, right? Didn't Hamilton open up here? They did open up probably -4 or so. The Tiger Cats are on a roll. They got my man Woody running the kicks back. And they should be able to beat the Elks here, it feels like. Not a bad spot for the Elks. So I'll take Hamilton as my play here on the show. That's what I'll do. I'm going to lay this favorite with Hamilton. I certainly would like to buy it down. I'd rather lay it and lay a little juice, actually, and take it down to 4 or lower here. But I'll go ahead and take the Tiger Cats here in this one. Just too much. Too much, and the Elks defense not going to stop them. Bo Levi Mitchell, love him or hate him, he's pretty much looking pretty good. I mean, he lit it up last game for 389 yards for, probably, his he played good in that Toronto game, but he was pretty outstanding. Now, they lost not lost, but beat BC 37-33. Big game for Bo Levi Mitchell. They can run the ball over these guys. Lawler's on fire here right now, of course. Keyshawn Smith. These guys are really great. Tim White also out of looking great. My man Isaiah Wooden. Hamilton's on fire right now. I'm going to take Hamilton and lay it here on the road. Then we've got the good one here, the big one with The Riders taking on the Owls here tonight in the big CFL game of the week. Feels like the big CFL game of the season here right now with Saskatchewan taking on Montreal. I mean, look at the records. You got Saskatchewan coming in here 6-1, Montreal 5-2 coming here into this one. Look, I think Montreal, Rambo, we've seen him starting to pick it up here a little bit. I think we got Tyler Sneed. These guys are looking good. Now, Montreal, look, AJ Roulette is a big factor and a big weapon. I think Montreal's got the best defense, rushing defense in the league, and also corralling these running backs a little bit. And I think they can shut down Roulette. Also, Saskatchewan has, a few things. Now, Emulus looked good, but I think he's hurt. Or let me see, what's his status? I got to look at this because this was a big injury here. I'm not saying it's a game changer. I know what I'm doing, but yeah. And in fact, I think Rod was mentioning it yesterday that Emilus is out for 6 games with that knee injury. That's huge because Emilus, he destroyed in that game against Edmonton, 6 receptions and a touchdown. That's a big loss. So, man, I kind of want to. Yeah, I don't want to give away the premium here. I almost did. I mean, I think you guys see what I'm talking about. Feels like here in this one with Montreal and Saskatchewan here today. Total right now is at 50.5. So I'm going to go over in this one with Saskatchewan, and I do like the side a lot. I don't even know if I like the total, but if I had to go one way, I'm going on the. I'm going to go over here. I think Montreal here should be a great game. All right, here we go. Let's see here. All right. Abel says, how about Tigres last night? And no, I lost, Abel. I took San Diego. If you caught me on the happy hour yesterday, I said Tigres, they had travel issues. I thought it might be a factor, and I thought San Diego was being overlooked at home. But Tigres did the job. San Diego made a crucial mistake there in the game, and Tigres got the key goal. I might have actually said Pumas on that show yesterday. They were clearly playing Tigres, but I was on San Diego, so it didn't matter. But I may have mistakenly said Pumas on the show. All right. Is it really Edmonton? I don't know if it is. I got to go with Hamilton. Over for Trap God. I think he's talking about the Hamilton game there. Ticats on the spread. Lawler on fire, right? CFL's been great. Last night was a good game. That was a great game. Back and forth. Good morning to Action Jackson. Nice to see you. Andrew says he does think it is a little bit too high in the second game. We'll see, because I think the problem here is Saskatchewan. Who are they going to? Now, Myers and Johnson, no problem, right? And Trevor Harris doing an outstanding job here as well. Been very, very solid the last 3 games since missing that game, doing a great job. And there's, no doubt that the Owls, Saskatchewan offense has been very, very good. It's just I feel like the Owls have a little bit of defense. Trap God likes Montreal. If it ain't foreigners born, Brewers, Tigers, Red Sox, Marlins, and Rangers. And Andrew, here's the thing, right? With the problem for Montreal could be with Bethel Thompson at quarterback. He did throw 30 for 40 for 280 yards in the win over Calgary on the road last time out. We're still dealing with Montreal here. Let's not look down on them just yet. Here's West Up Parlay. Freddie Freeman a hit. Asia Wilson over. that's it for the morning steam, right? What else could we possibly? Now, there is some great tennis action today, and, we'll be looking at it here, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty in Canada. I've got some super high roller premiums, so we'll just leave it at that. Really looking forward to the Coco Gauff and Vicky Mboko match today with maybe Mboko here. I don't know. That sounds like a pretty good play. I kind of want to take him Boko against Coco. Let's do it, Trap God. Mboko's getting 4 games, I believe. It might be 3.5 now. I think the move's been on Mboko. But I do kind of want to take Mboko. She's getting 4 games against Coco. Let me take Mboko +4 over Coco there in that one. See if we can't get a tiebreaker out of one of them with Mboko. She's playing great. Coco's playing great too. But let me try Mboko. Mitchelson for Trap God in that big matchup with Lerner Tien at 12:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific. Tien's playing great too. Thanks, everybody. That's going to do it. Let's do the drawing here. Hey, go over to winnable.com. You get more picks from me. I'm going to send out some plays here today for this early action. We're going to get some plays out there. And you can subscribe to those plays by going over to winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code STEAM. Save 20% off the premium pick packages. But someone's about to win 1 month worth of my plays. And boy, lucky you, huh? Just when I'm hot. All right, here we go. We're going to do the drawing. If you don't want the plays, you can give them to a friend. You can tell them, hey, give it to somebody else, and then we'll just give it to somebody else. I want to get everybody in the chat lined up with free plays for football season, whether you like it or not. AOD, I didn't do anything in soccer. I'm going to have Leagues Cup play tonight, and then I didn't do anything with any of the League One or League Two just yet. We may have something, but not early on. CONCACAF Leagues Cup tonight. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the drawing. Let's bring up the tote here with me. There we go. How many are in it? How many are in it today on the drawing? 36. Here we go. Jermaine, Cash Kane, Action Jackson Doge, Flea Mathis, Abel, Jim, Thomas, Andrew, AOD, Zoe, and it's going to be Robert McCormick. Robert, I'll just add another month, my friend, for you. You deserve it. You're my man. Coming through always with picks in the chat for me. And got to be honest here, I've always fond of Robert. We're always a lot on the same side because, hey, we're handicappers. But sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing this. And then Robert has a suggestion, and I go with Robert. Got to be honest. There, I know we've gone against him sometimes, but that happens. So thank you, Robert. Let's put another month on for you. You've been so nice and generous and helping keeping me on the air. I told everyone if everyone unsubscribes, I'm down to like under 3 dozen now. I guess July is a slow month. Everyone's going to start resubscribing here, right, for football season, aren't you? You guys? You better. All right. He said, no, I did not, Andrew. I did not offer up. The only play I'm making is Mboko +4 over Coco. And I'm probably only doing it because it sounds so cool. Okay, that's going to do it for the morning steam. Be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. But you're going to catch us tonight at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. UFC action here from Las Vegas. Tyra versus Park. And I'll see you then. All right. Also, one more. I almost forgot. Yesterday, I forgot it. I want to say thank you to the top commenters in the chat today. Let's see who they were, and I'm going to shout them out right now. With Bobby Mack, he was number 1 on that too. Andrew K, Jermaine, Abel, Johnny, 9 Legacy, Lovable Plays, Cash Kane, Thomas Bird, Andrew G, and Doge. Thank you to those guys, and thank you to you for being here today on the Morning Steam. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.